While creating a Today in Black History post for No Black History Patreon for July 18th, I found that Leonard C. Bailey received a patent for a folding bed that day in 1899. I'm reminded of the innovative genius that flowed in the years after emancipation. We should all know more about the extraordinary success of Black Americans despite the special challenges during the late 19th century. See my videos, Black Inventors 1 and 2, who received patents prior to 1900 on the ASB YouTube channel. Not much is known about Bailey's early life in Washington, D.C., where he was born around 1825 to a free black family. His parents, John and Elizabeth Bailey, were freeholders. Despite their freedom, the family faced poverty and discrimination there, like other free blacks in the district who were subject to restrictive laws limiting their employment choices, property ownership, and mobility. His family's free status likely stemmed from manumission or long standing free status in the mid Atlantic antebellum Washington. Early in his life, Bailey worked as a journeyman barber in Washington, D.C., a trade that required skilled craftsmanship and client relations. This profession offered steady income and respectability at a time when few black men had reliable employment options. By building a reputation for good character and dependability, he was able to save enough to establish a chain of barbershops in the district. These early business ventures laid the foundation for his later success as an entrepreneur, inventor, and community leader. His barbering career not only provided financial stability, but also gave him the social capital and business acumen that would later enable him to co found the Capital Savings Bank, one of the first Black owned banks in the United States. These early business ventures laid the foundation for his later success as an entrepreneur, inventor, and community leader. His barbering career not only provided financial stability, but also gave him the social capital and business acumen that would later enable him to co found the Capital Savings Bank, one of the first Black owned banks in the United States. Bailey invented and received patents for several devices, many designed for military or government use, including a collapsible folding bed. It was designed for portability and ease of cleaning, making it especially suitable for hospital use due to its hygienic properties. It could also be used in general settings where space was limited. Key mechanical features: modular tubular construction. The bed used thin steel tubing for head and foot posts with detachable acorn knobs. Two-part posts. Each post had an upper and lower tubular section connected by a T-coupling and threaded plugs, making joints rigid and less wobbly. Collapsible side rails. The rails used an internal hinge with a pivoted bar to fold parallel when disassembled. The bed bottom was made of canvas with eyelets and lacing, permanently stitched with a pillowcase, allowing the entire assembly to be washed easily. Bailey's Combined Truss and Bandage, designed to support and relieve patients suffering from scrotal hernias. It was adopted into wide use by the United States Army Medical Board. Bailey's truss provided constant, gentle, yet firm support to a reducible hernia, preventing it from protruding while also being comfortable for the wearer. Key features: the truss consisted of multiple pads made of suitable material designed to be placed directly over the affected area of the hernia. Connecting bars or spring that extends across the pubic region, providing the necessary tension to hold the pads in place and apply pressure. A body band was flexible and made of webbing or similar material that extends from one end of the connecting bar or spring around the wearer's body to the other side. Thigh strap to further secure the device and prevent displacement. Adjustability. The patent emphasizes the adjustability of the various parts to ensure a snug and comfortable fit for different body types and to provide the correct amount of pressure. Ventilation and comfort. The material for the body band and pads was chosen for comfort and breathability. Capital Savings Bank opened on October 17, 1888 in Washington, D.C. 6 black men were founders, including L.C. Bailey, the Honorable John R. Lynch, D.B. McCary, Henry E. Baker, J.R. Wilder, and another not named. They needed to establish an independent source of financial resources for black businesses and the community because white-owned banks were denied them. After acquiring a location at 804 F Street, the founders invested their own money to pay rent for the building 1 month in advance. On day one, they had authorized capital stock of $6,000 in then money. After paying expenses, the founders, quote, started out with less than $500 in cash in the drawer with to do a general banking business, end quote. In 2 months, deposits rose to about $14,000, and in the next year, 1889, deposits increased to $117,000. In 1890, the deposits had increased to $210,500, and by 1893, Capital Savings Bank had deposits equal to $900,000. During the Panic of 1893, the bank maintained its sovereignty by obtaining a personal loan from a national bank. Capital Savings Bank's doors remained open until 1902. An interracial affair, a jealous rage, and an axe murder in a Capitol Hill boarding house led to the 1869 trial of Millie Gaines and the first in Washington, D.C. history to seat a racially mixed jury of 6 black and 6 white men. Bailey was one of the black men on this jury that found Millie Gaines not guilty of murder by reason of insanity. Bailey served as a member of the board of directors of the Manassas Industrial School for Colored Youth, where a residence hall was named after him. Bailey died on September 1st, 1918, of a sudden illness. He was buried in what is now known as the National Harmony Memorial Park in Largo, Maryland.